Well, hello there, lovely ones. It is Rosanna here, RozyGlow, founder of InJoy Yoga and multi-dimensional yoga, RozyGlow style. Wanted to let you know about the winter solstice celebrations that we have going on in South Croydon at St Augustine's Church through InJoy Yoga on Sunday the 16th of December from 12 till 4, I believe. And then I have the same workshop running at About Balance in Brighton on Saturday the 22nd of December from 12 till 4, I believe, but you'll need to check. Now, what's it all about? What are these cacao ceremonies and multi-dimensional yoga and co-creation meditations and Soundbath workshops all about? Well, this is your opportunity to seed intention. So if you've been following the work that I do, I offer cacao ceremonies and yoga meditation workshops at the solstices and the equinoxes because this gives you 3-month check-in points to see where you're at in terms of what you are seeking to create in your life and what resistance is coming up. And everybody who does attend regularly, the one thing they'll say is, oh my goodness, how powerful are these? Because what you set in motion at one, you then see, you can reflect on and see how you've kind of grown towards it in the next. I had no idea how much my life was going to shift between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox and now the solstice, the winter solstice. So at the autumn equinox, it was all about evolving the inner family, the wounded child, the wounded feminine, and the wounded masculine. In the summer solstice, it was all about seeing in the light of day what was difficult to see, which was painful to see, and then to gain clarity on what's preventing you from moving forward. Now we're moving into a place where we have evolved our inner family so that we have the sacred masculine, sacred feminine, and sacred child doing the co-creation work. So we can trust that the desires that we have, and this is what we'll be working with through the workshop, are desires that will sustain us in our highest form. So when I talk about aligning with your divine design timeline, I'm talking about your soul request for being here on this earth, the lessons that you actually wanted to learn and to live and to experience and to grow through. And actually your soul would not have chosen anything that was not aligned with the highest good of all, which means this is the best possible life you could actually lead when you align with it. So the solstice is going to be all about fully composting any resistance that exists to you fulfilling your dreams. And one thing that I've really noticed is that we're at a graduation point. This has been going on with the last full moon and new moon, that a lot of the things we have aspired to, the last few years, few months, even, as far back as 7 to 10 years, have come to fruition. And now it's time to have a new dream and to step out of the place of constantly striving towards something so that you're actually moving into the place of having achieved it, you've harvested it, and now you're doing something new. So we will be exploring at this winter solstice what we still need to evolve in ourselves. So where we have really grown, where we have really stepped up into our sacredness, and what wounds are still getting played out. And really this is understanding that your outer relationships are a reflection of your inner relationship. So your inner masculine shows up in all your relationships with the men in your life. Your inner feminine shows up in all of the relationships with the women in your life. And the inner child tends to relate more to your hopes and dreams, the creations you want to put into motion, and whether you are able to co-create success or whether you find that you keep trying something and it doesn't quite work out. As we get to the shortest day, we are seeding the new year. This is really the start of the new year in terms of sort of moving into the phase of light, of moving towards light. So what do we want to add light to? What do we want to grow over the next 12 months? What do we want to actualize by the time we get to this point in 12 months' time? And this is very much about sacred union at this time. It is very much about twin flames. Our relationships in terms of how fulfilling they are will be a reflection of how fulfilled we are by our inner relationship, and where we are expecting others to fulfill us when really we need to take ownership of that and start to fulfill ourselves. So we shift our vibration, we stop waiting, and we start stepping into the vibration that we want. And this means boundaries. So our yoga practice will really be about setting the boundaries that we need for this energy, this light, this love to flow through us. And it will also be about accessing the connection, the bridge from the solar plexus to the heart. So this is going to be the perfect setup for the New Year workshops that will be running in Croydon the 6th of January, and I'll also be doing an online one for everybody, which will be a cacao ceremony and intention setting for the new year on the 12th of January. So if you're interested, the one difference between my Croydon workshop and my Brighton workshop, which will be about balance on the 22nd, the Croydon one's on the 16th, we're going to have the lovely Rachelle with her amazing crystal singing bowl, so we'll be bathing in sound and helping to clear the residual resistance that is there to us stepping fully into our power and calling in sacred union in every aspect of our life. Sacred union with our work, with our finances, with our health, with our partners, with our calling in a partner, with our children, with all relationships. It's about sacred union, that being in an honouring relationship with all that is. In Brighton, I have a beautiful playlist that I've put together, which is full of heart-filled, heart-opening songs that really works with the cacao to help us step fully into our hearts. So both workshops will be really, really delicious to participate in. Do expect yoga, do expect a cacao ceremony, so a check-in, reflection of where you're at and where you want to be, and also what I call my CoCreation Meditations, which are very powerful ways of clearing up resistance by loving it up. And as I said, here in Croydon, we will also have the lovely Rachelle and her singing bowls. So if you'd like to come, please book in ASAP. I know in Brighton there's a lot of people that show up last minute, so don't leave it to last minute because I might not have a place for you. Book up. And in Croydon, the same thing. We've already got 8 people booked up. We've got max capacity for 12. So please book up through InJoy Yoga if you are based in Croydon. And I look forward to seeing you this Sunday for a very beautiful and magical ceremonial workshop. Take care for now. Namaste.